Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I am doing something that you're not going to expect. I bought chicken breasts because they were $1.99, so they were down in price. Chicken breast without the bones or anything else. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it paper thin, at least I'm going to try, and I am going to dehydrate this as a treat for my cats. Actually, I told you I was doing something that you would not believe. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I am going to cut this like super thin for them. Cut the fat off because I want it as lean as possible. And see if I can dehydrate these thin slices. They can have a nice treat when I go to feed them their dry food. After they've eaten through their canned food, all their canned foods, you know, after they eat, I rotate them all the time with their foods. But I figured, why not? If I have to buy it, and I can give them one breast, and I won't give it to them all at once, but I'll break some pieces up and give it to them as a treat and see how they like it. If they don't, I'm not wasting anything. At least I got 4 more chicken breasts, you know, that I can use for us and not them, you know. And besides, my friend has dogs. They love fowl. So, they won't be a problem either. I was going to buy them catnip, but then I decided this might be better for them. Much nicer. But you can break it up. This is what I like about it. And since I do have a dehydrator, and I dehydrate a lot of things, I mean, when I have shrimp, I have to put one aside for the cats, because they like shrimp, especially little Taffy. He goes crazy when he can have shrimp. He loves his shrimp. Now, his older brother, he's a possessive little guy. He likes the toys, and he doesn't want his brother to play with them. And I said, no, you can't do that, because I get Kit Knit Box, and once a month they send toys and a treat in it for them. And so I said, why not, you know? And his brother loves the set that came with the Kitty Nights. That's his favorite one. He won't let his brother get that one at all. But I figured the school one would be for September. And their theme for October will be Halloween. November will be Thanksgiving, so they'll have a little turkey toy. And they've got catnip in it. And in the middle of the night, I can hear them crunch, crunch, crunch with their toys and having a field day with them. So this is a lot of food that I'm going to be dehydrating for them. You see how thin I'm cutting it? Now you could even do this for dogs, you know. You know, if they like chicken and you want to do something special for them, you have a dehydrator. This would work as well. As you can see, I went shopping. I don't think I've unpacked everything yet. Nope, still sitting on the table. But I got everything for the meals that we're going to have. Let me put some of these on a tray. Now, I don't know what temperature to put them at yet. I'll have to look it up. But if you have a cat and you want to give them treats, you can give them homemade treats. If you have a dog, you could do the same thing. Because dogs like chicken, they like fowl if you have a hunting dog. Come on, come off my finger. How long are they going to go? I have no idea. But I know they've got to be thoroughly dried. I'm also making coffee right now too, and I'm looking at it because it's got to be packed up. But he's got to buy lunch today. I don't have time today. Well, both are actually buying lunch today. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. And we still haven't even finished the leftovers yet. I tell you, I had a lot of leftovers, so I'm going to be eating leftovers today. That should finish them up. So I'm going to finish cutting this up, and then I'll tell you the temperature we do it at. You know, another way that you could cut this would be to sit there and freeze the breast, you know, not curled up, but, you know, laid out, and then slice it on a slicer. That might work. I'm just at the last parts of it now. Yeah, just gonna lay it out on the trays. Then I'll get my dehydrating book. Yeah, I can't remember all this stuff. I have to look it up in the books again. But I think I know the temperature. I just want to make sure. So, if you want to, instead of spending $9 or something like that, and you have an extra chicken breast, because there's no fat on it. See, that's why they would like it be easier to dehydrate, because it doesn't have the fat on it. And then you can break it up into little pieces that they can eat, you know. I wouldn't give it to them every day, but, you know, once it's dehydrated, it'll last a while, so you could sit there and do it for them. I just know somebody's going to come and say, your cats need wet food for their kidneys because of kidney failure and da-da-da. Listen, they get a lot of canned food. I got a whole bunch of it. I've got over 100 cans of that, of their favorites. I want to buy rabbit for them. I want to buy turkey for them. They've tried duck and they like that. So. Just make sure there's no fat on it, because you don't want to dehydrate that. See, I have 2 trays. That's a lot of food for them. Let me go get my book and I'll be back. Okay, I have my book, and they're saying when you're doing meat, it says dehydrating, tofu, eggs, dairy, and making jerky. So this is like jerky, except there's nothing on my chicken for them. But they say a minimum of 6 hours at 160. And this temperature says that adequately to kill most pathogenic bacteria. So if your dehydrator doesn't go up as high as 160, do not, it does not have a fan, do not use it. Okay, so I'm going to sit there. So I'm going to put them in at 160 for 6 hours, and then I'll probably have to preheat the oven and put them in the oven at 275 for 15 minutes to completely make sure that they're completely done. So let me go set my dehydrator. Okay, it's set. So if you try making jerky, well, I'll be making jerky so you'll know how to do it. But I did set it for, mine didn't go to 160, it went to 158. So I went and accepted 158, but I added an hour on because she says 6 hours. I don't, so I took it up to 7, and I'll be checking in 7 hours to see how it is. If this works, sometime tomorrow I'll show you my jerky. Now, I have set up different two levels to subscribe and to join. I've given you over 1,600 recipes, and if you like what you see, by all means click subscribe and the join button, and you will see a lot more. We've barely tapped my library of cookbooks. Believe you me, I've got 200 of them. So listen, you take care, and I pray that this works out. I won't know till tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye.